How's it going, everyone? Tim here, Tier D Adventures. Hope everyone's all well there. As always, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. So, been a little bit, but like I had in my update video, plenty of projects and plenty of builds going. This here is going to be the first of 1, 2, 4-ish, maybe 5 new builds. So, expect some videos here, hopefully soon. Been just behind on videos and stuff like that. Turns out toddlers make free time almost non-existent. Bear with me, doing what I can here. So, first up here on the bench today is one that I'm definitely excited with and been having an absolute blast running this. So, first up here is the DLUX Nessie chassis. This is my straight axle C2 cheater rig. So, we'll just kind of work our way down from the top to the bottom. First off, body here. This is the J Concepts stage killer body. Yes, stage killer body. Very nice. It is kind of pinched in the front and the rear. It is very narrow. It has a super low profile, so it's lightweight. Again, has a nice low profile overall, so definitely excited. You'll be seeing more of that body on some other builds. So up here is the DLUX Nessie. Now, this isn't my first one that I've built. I did do one, if you remember some live streams or whatnot, quite a while back. I did a C3 with some XR10 with AR60s. I ended up just not using a second C3 as much, and the kiddo wasn't feeling C3, so I just kind of tore it all down, parted out, and let everything go. And then a while back, I had the hankering. I was like, you know what? I want to build a Nessie. I have a ton of portal trucks, so I was like, let's build a straight axle version. So that's what we did. And I will link the Nessie chassis and everything that I use here down below. So when you order the chassis, it comes with tons of goodies and stuff like that. And on the DLUX website, when you click over to their chassis tab and click the Nessie, it gives you options. And you can pretty much outfit this thing straight from DLUX. I mean, even if you want axles to go with it, they have their own axles to go with it. They have a link kit. It tells you wheelbases for the link kits and stuff like that. You can even, I believe you can add shocks on there, drive shafts, transmission. You can add lots of stuff. You can get the base kit or the base kit with links, and that's what I got. I got a base kit and I added links. So the base kit is going to come with these awesome, pretty sweet carbon fiber rails. It's going to come with some chassis spacers. It's going to come with a really nice 3D printed low profile bumper in the front and the rear, and both of them do have a little spot, a little fairly to run your winch line and everything through. This one actually comes basically assembled, because you don't have to separate the rails and everything when you're adding your own stuff in. You can just remove a couple of the little mounts, finagle some stuff around, and get everything built, which is really nice because all the bumpers, everything are on there, and they already have cross chassis spacers and everything like that, kind of indicating where shocks and everything should go based on how they've designed their chassis to work and their more common setups, stuff they use. So stuff's in a pretty relatively good location. I think I may have moved the rear shocks back a hole from where they had it set up or indicated that they would go. I ordered the base kit, and then I chose the skid for the transmission that I'm going with. And this is wanting to work with one of the DLUX skids there. They have a few different options. Now, I went with the OD3 transmission, which is for straight axles, and it does come with a built-in 18% overdrive. So that is all I'm running in this truck right now, is just 18% overdrive. I haven't put anything in the ring and pinions front or rear, and honestly right now it has been doing great. So I'm kind of not changing anything. So again, you're going to come with chassis spacers. It also comes with these really nice body mounts here. We have a really nice fitted alloy standoff here that you can run, that it comes with M3 studs to go through it, but mine were a little short, so I went with just threw some M3 long bolts in there, and it comes with these 3D printed mounts. So these bottom ones kind of rest the body on, so the body rests on them, and then it has these nice 3D printed nuts with an M3 insert, and they simply just thread on just like that and pinch the body down and hold it on. And even though there's only 2 in the middle, which is honestly, I've ran that many times, does great, especially with this lower part. So you are basically sandwiching the body on there, so it makes it a lot more secure than you think it is. And again, have had no issues. It has been doing great. It's held up good. And it also will come with a battery tray here in the front. Now, it is a very little battery tray, so you're going to be running a super small battery in it. I've been running for 3S. I've been running some really tiny 450 3S batteries in there, but I do have some even smaller 4S batteries on the way. So if you are using the stock battery tray, you will need to run a fairly tiny battery. If not, you can pull that tray out and, you know, fab up your own battery tray. So it's not a huge deal. We've all built some trucks before. And then back here, it also comes with a winch mount, which is really cool. And in addition to that winch mount, it comes with this really cool spool protector. So if you are running a winch with an external spool, your winch sets all the way down in there, and then this sets on top, and you run your spool up through the middle and your line out the side. So you don't have to worry about it unwinding and unspooling, and it's pretty tight. So you're not gonna have to worry about line coming off and wrapping itself up, because it pretty much can't. But in this one, I just pulled everything out from my SCX10 Pro, so I have an internal spool winch there. Everything went good. And link-wise, I chose links for, I think I chose F10 Portal links. For the base mount build, I have not been driving my SCX10 Pro very much at all, but I know the axles are really good. I was like, you know what? We're going to use them. So we pulled my Air 45 straight axles off the SCX10 Pro, and they've already been outfitted with some goodies. We got the brass tubes and knuckles and stuff like that, C-hubs. So went ahead and got the behind the axle servo mount all set up and everything there. And everything there went by really good. And with the links they provided, I knew my rears were going to be fine because most of your rear axle mounting locations are the same. So I went with that, and I used the lowers that were provided in the link kit, and they bolted up and everything just fine. So the fronts were a little shorter just because of how this axle servo mount is. So I just dug around through my bin, did some measuring, and found links that were appropriate. So got those outfitted fairly simple, didn't have any issues there. Used some cut to length drive shaft there for the front and the rear, which have made custom builds a lot simpler. So I'm not going through and piecing together a bunch of little pieces of drive shaft. I could just have a long one, I measure, I cut, and it's in there, and we're good to go. This thing's done really, really good. It has real nice small belly here. It is a little, it is angled, so it is helping with the breakover and everything else. And it does have some forward bias to it. So weight placement, everything like that's good. And overall, yeah, just look at that overall profile of the chassis is low. Everything is right there where it needs to be, which is awesome. So digging in, next up there, shocks. We are running some DLUX short shocks. So these are 96 millimeter shocks. And electronics. For the servo winch here, I do have the Reefs, the 300 IS comp spec winch. And then motor is the 2000 kV Black Jacket from Three Brothers RC, and the steering servo is the G13 Pro from Three Brothers RC. And then powering all that is the 70 amp Silent Assassin ESC. And I can't officially link the Silent Assassin ESC, as the website is officially up and running. It will be easier to get a hold and get some stuff ordered and everything like that. And then wheels and tires here. Wheels are the Sinful Vision wheels from Corrupt Carbon Works. They are forged carbon plate here, and I chose just a flat face. So everything there's, I just think that was a cool looking wheel. And they do have a high clearance barrel here, so fitting over other wheels or other axles, portals, and stuff like that is pretty simple. And then tires, we're running some of the J Concepts megalithic tires, and I do have 4.9 anti-foams in these. And it has been a little bit since I built a straight axle truck, and honestly, I've been having an absolute blast with this. We did have a practice comp here a week or so back, and the truck actually did really, really good. It did really good. Despite being a ridiculous Theron crazy course, I was thoroughly impressed with the truck. I didn't feel much need or anything like that. Haven't really changed or adjusted anything from the way I've built it on the bench. So that's always a bonus and everything like that. Is don't have to do a whole lot of tuning, just kind of drive the truck and kind of get used to it. You know, see what some of its limits are and stuff like that. Definitely excited to see how it does, especially maybe with some other events to get down to Disney at Crawlapalooza and see how it really does out there. Definitely a solid one. Like I said, going on the DLUX website, like they have several options, and you can really outfit this thing completely out. Class 2 or Class 3, tons of options out there, or just take it simple. You can get the base chassis kit and some links and go from there. Take a look at their transmissions, and if you're not sure which transmissions are, on their transmission tab, it goes over each transmission, kind of describes what each transmission is capable of doing, the gearing and everything else like that. So helps making your transmission choice a little bit easier. Anyway, enough of that. Like I said, I will have everything linked down below in the description. But let's end it with some crawling footage. Any comments, questions, anything like that, as always, put them down below. Do my best to get everything answered. Until next time, everyone, have a great one. Crawl on.
Now you're gonna have the wheels. storing up. And you go outside and there's a couple of them. Stupid, but.